congratulations to Washington. That's a good football team. We know that. And Coach Peterson, obviously coaching against that staff. I thought overall tonight, nothing of, I think you guys are barking up the wrong tree with those questions and try to create something that's not there. I mean, we just flat out, we needed to coach better in this game, prepare our guys better. Our guys played hard. They did a good job in practice. They were ready to go out there and play. And as coaches, we didn't do a good enough job to make the adjustments that we needed to. And we didn't call plays at the right time, whatever it might be. But our guys were out there trying to execute and do what they've done all season long. This is a good football team that we played against. We also have a good football team, and certainly didn't show up tonight. So, you know, to me, that was what happened. When you look at the turnovers, we lost the turnover battle. I believe we lost the field position battle in there as well. So really, those become the key factors in the game. As far as our plan and everything that we had in place, that's what we've been working. That hasn't changed. So, you know, whatever's worked up to this point, we really operated a lot of the same way. So, at the end of the day, we didn't do enough to win the game, and Washington played well. And when you get the turnovers like that, you get it at midfield, and you're able to execute and put points on the board. That's really what it comes down to. So, more than anything, it's simple that way, and I think that's where the game changed and the momentum. We talked about the second half. You know, you want to get momentum. You're down by 17 and a half. You feel like you can get done, but you've got to be able to stop, and you've got to be able to score. And we were able to stop, and we were able to score. And we gave a turnover up in that situation, and then momentum changed at that point. And then, you know, now you become more one-dimensional. We wanted to run the football. They made it hard. They're good up front. We knew that going in. Very good up front. That was going to be a challenge for us, and then the back end as well. You know, nothing that we threw today was, other than the one early on, the Bates was really wide open. It was contested. Those were going to be the type of plays, and we expected that from Washington as well. So, you know, at the end of the day, turnovers, field position, we needed to make a few plays here and there, but we could have helped our guys as coaches to be able to go out there and keep this closer. And that's really what you want against a good football team, is keep the game in hand and then have a chance in the fourth quarter like we've done to be able to win it. But the points spread at that point. Now we're trying to throw the ball down the field and make plays. So I'm proud of our guys. I told them that. Disappointed for our seniors. You know, to go out and play extremely well this season and not finish the way you want to. That's always part of the goal. And so I feel for those guys. But everybody that has been on this team for the last 4 or 5 years and will no longer be here, those guys have contributed to the type of success that we've had, and we're not going to forget about that. So those guys have left this place better than they found it, and for the guys coming back, you know, this should stay. This should be something that drives and motivates us as we go into the off season and prepare, because at the end of the day, you know, you're only as good as your last game, and that's really the reality. We don't get a chance to play again for a long time. So those of us coming back, that should be fuel for what we do moving forward. And for our seniors, the guys that are going to go on and do bigger and better things, whether it's in football, whether it's in life, you know, those guys, we're very proud that they've been a part of this program and the type of season they've had. They were champions. They just didn't get a chance to finish the way they wanted to. So, questions?
Person, Jalen was sick this week. What did go into the decision to play Hank, and what did you see out of him tonight?
Yeah, it had nothing to do with the sickness. It was getting Hank an opportunity to go out there and play too. And you know, I think we forget Hank won 7 games earlier in the season, right? I mean, it's been so long, but he's also been a part of this, and Hank's a good football player. So it really had nothing to do with that, other than both guys have done well this season. Felt like Hank was deserving of playing as well, and that's what we rolled with. So that, you know, him being sick and those type of things have nothing to do with it. Now Jalen came in and did a good job again. He moved the ball. Jalen's always exciting. Jalen can do things. Made good decisions out there. Just at that point too, the game had changed where you're not able to do all the things that you wanted to by running the ball like we had planned early on. He kind of came in there, we had to throw it, and you know, he made some plays too. He did a really good job, but obviously just not enough.
How much of a factor was it for Hank not playing in 7 weeks? And I know you said that, those guys weren't cold, but, obviously he hadn't even played at all, since that San Jose State game. Did you feel it out there?
Yeah,
Do you wish you played
I
in the
don't
season?
know. I don't have a crystal ball, I mean, to tell you that. It's football. There's no excuses. I think if anybody on our team comes out and says, I haven't played in a while, that's just not how we operate. He was ready to play, we were ready to play him, and he got a chance to go in there and operate. We had some turnovers. Now, they made plays too. The one that we threw up, I know Hank wants that back, the screen. The guy did a good job kind of driving on it. We've hit that play before, and I thought the kid made a good play. But as far as, was there something contributing to that? That'll be kind of what everybody thinks and will say, and that's not even how we operate. We put somebody on the field, we're going to go out there and execute. If we don't get it done, we don't get it done, and Hank would say the same thing.
When you talk about the play calling and stuff like that, was that you in this game, or not having
You guys have been
Zach?
asked that all week. I'm not going to go into that again. And that's our business. That's how we operate. And like I've told you guys since I've been the head coach, there's a way we do it on offense. And, we'll continue to do that. It didn't work tonight. It's worked in other games. So, everybody has a piece of it. Ultimately, it falls back on me. And the performance tonight, that's my fault. So I've got a lot of work to do this offseason to get these things figured out and be more explosive on offense. And obviously 7 points is not what we put in 10 days of practice time to go out there and execute and achieve. So, it is what it is, but nobody's fault but mine on that. And we'll get that fixed moving forward.
You seemed to struggle a little bit with the matchup with the Lions tonight, and obviously that's a very good team over there. But how much of a concern was that, and what did you see in the trenches, man?
Well, I like our O-line. Now, their D-line is really good, and that was something that we knew, and I know their O-line is good too. So, yeah, the battle of the fronts. They ran the ball effectively at the end of the game, and that's not something that we didn't expect once they got up. They're going to run it. Coach Huff does a really good job with those O-linemen. And they made it difficult. The tailbacks did a nice job making guys miss. The first guy missed, and he was able to get 3 or 4 extra yards. And their defensive line, they've always, ever since we've watched Washington and all the film this season too, their D-line is very good. And that's one of the keys to being a successful team is you got a really good D-line. And those guys up front, they played well. We missed a couple things up front now when we're running the ball and on a couple critical situations there, but also, their guys, they made those plays happen too. They just didn't lay down and let us block them. They're moving around, and I thought they did a good job tonight kind of moving their D-line a little bit and causing some problems in our run game.
What happened with Louis? I guess he didn't make the trip, but he was on the sideline tonight.
Yeah, he just didn't play for personal reasons.
Good.
I'm sorry, I was thrown off there a little bit. Did you give any thought now? Did you think about it? Did you wish maybe you played Hank during these last 7 weeks at all?
No, I don't think that's that. I mean, as far as tonight, the way we did things throughout the season, it worked, right? So, no, I mean, at this point, I'm not going to go back and say, wish we'd have done that. I mean, I think that's foolish, and that's not how we operated, so we didn't. We played him tonight, and we played Jalen tonight. And bottom line is we didn't win the game. So as far as all those things and thought processes goes, all that, it's not really, that wasn't the key to losing the game. The key were turnovers, not winning the field position battle. It's very matter of fact. So no, looking back on it.
All right, guys. What were those emotions like, coaching Coach Pete from the last time?
Sure.
This is it.
Well, it's hard because I'm thinking about our team at the end of the game. I'm thinking about our seniors. I'm thinking about our season. I'm thinking about what we were able to accomplish this year, and obviously we didn't finish the way we wanted to. What I got midfield, I think about Coach Peterson, and I think about what he's meant to a lot of us that are on both sides, on both staffs, and what he's meant to college football, and certainly, the reason why a lot of us are in the position that we're in today. And so it's one of those, it wasn't about that. At the same time, I got tremendous respect for him, great appreciation for the opportunities that I've had because of him. And I know what kind of person he is too, and so all those guys on that staff, I mean, you're competing to win, and you certainly respect, and probably more so the group of coaches we just went against because of the relationships that we have, and at the very top of that is Coach Pete. And so we'll catch up at some point down the road. I know we'll do that. I'll get a chance to share some things, and I'm sure I'll get a chance to listen to a lot of things that he has as well. But we're all very proud to have been a part of his staffs, and certainly wish him the very best. And he is one of the best. When it comes down to it, he's one of the best in this profession, and not just wins and losses, but the type of character that he's put on display for the last 15 years as a head coach for not just our staffs, but everybody in college football and football in general.